is director's cut movie. Put on your mask and gloves. Action, they didn't notice us. Jump out from different angles, nuts. This one's a movie scene. Them cameras shooting, I seen them freeze. Frames, colour grey, so clean could have caught a case. This is director's cut movie. Put on your mask and gloves. Action, they didn't notice us. Jump out from different angles, nuts. This one's a movie scene. Them cameras shooting, I seen them freeze. Frames, colour grey, so clean could have caught a case.
What's going on, people? Welcome to episode 3 of Director's Cut. Today we're with someone that's influenced many generations when it comes to being a director. He's worked at the likes of Slim, Fredo, M24, DBE, Toxic TV. How you doing, my brother?
How you doing, my boy?
Bro, thank you very, very much for coming, because I know your schedule is mad.
No, it's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Before we get into this, man, how you been?
I'm good, man. Can't complain, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Working, I see you active.
Just working, yeah. Taking life. Soft life, that's what I call it. I want a soft life.
Before we get into like all your highs, your wins, because you've been winning for years. Like, what people don't know, I've known you since I was like 17 years old. I remember it was Mill Hill, yeah?
Muswell
Hill, yeah?
Yeah.
And it was nighttime. And it was like, you see, you was in Rap City them days. But you were still goony though, like, you're still goony. And I remember you was like, yeah, that's toxic. And obviously you've been on top of your game for a minute. So when I'm at that age, I'm like, that's toxic, like, that's the guy, like, yo, like. But before we take people back, like, to the high moments, how did it all start for you?
How did it all start? It's crazy, man. I used to go to like a youth club. I think it started from just youth club, yeah. And then you just had a camera in there. A couple man used to rap. So you know how it is. Man tried to do the producing thing.
I think we've all been there still.
Man tried to do the producing thing. Man tried to do the rap thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts, because man tried to, I've never said this before, yeah, but man tried to rap back in the day, innit?
What was your name? What was your rap name? Was it Toxic as well?
It was Toxic as well. I used to rap still. Yeah, it's nuts. I used to rap with someone called Mouth, who's actually Fredo's manager at the moment.
Shit.
Yeah, that's
It's
Fredo's
mad how
manager.
it's all full circle.
Yeah, we still rap together, man. Yeah, it's crazy still.
So from when you was rapping, like, what happened? Someone said, yo, we need a video. How did that all circle?
So basically, man tried to rap, didn't work. Man tried to producing didn't work. When I mean produce, I mean like tried to make beats.
Mm.
And I was just making some mad beats, bro.
What, Fruity Loops days?
Yeah. Fruity Loops or Reason, or I don't know. And then, yeah, man. And then I just picked up the camera and I was like, yeah, I like the way the camera works. Like, It was more, I felt like it was more my lane. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The rap thing wasn't for me, producing. So I said, like, yeah, the camera thing, yeah, man. I've always been a kid as well, like, since a youth. Like, I like technology. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, as a youth, like, playing around with the DVD or the VHS or trying to plug in 5 SCART cables into the back of the TV. Just doing some, like, that's how I've been from a kid, innit? So I feel like maybe I sat well in that lane, innit?
So from then, like, do you actually remember your first music video, like, and your first camera?
Do you know what it is? Like, with me, I feel like there was my first music video in terms of, like, for one of my brethrens that was just around me. And then there was the first music video that was actually like, yo, this is my work.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
There was more like the test run, and man was just...
I think we've all had that. We all had that one friend that rapped.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, let me shoot a video.
Have a little test run, and then, like, all right. I know how to sync the clips. I know how to do this. Let me try to do the real thing now. So what's nuts is where you linked me back in the day when you told me you linked me a Muswell.
Yeah.
My auntie used to live on that road. So more time I just used to be on that road, like with my cousins and whatever. And next door was a friend, and he was friends with it's mad what popcorn ringing me. So obviously, next door neighbour, he was good friends with Wretch 32. So Wretch had a song back then with Dundee, Hard Palm Dun.
When it was like retrospective days.
It was retrospective day, exactly.
Yes. We got into the old school.
Old school, like 09, 010. So yeah, one day he was like, yeah, look, these lot having a block party. These lot having a barbecue on Broadwater Farm. Do you want to come down, get some footage? Boom, boom, boom. I've turned up. Footage has turned into a music video. So man's ended up shooting a music video, and then it's just all started from there, to be honest with you. Got Wretch underneath my belt straight away. So it kind of like...
It's the early days as well, innit?
Yeah, it kind of gave me like a little entry point into the game, in a sense where it was like I could reach out to other artists that were almost doing things, or things were going on. I could be like, hold on, I just shot Wretch.
Yeah.
Like, take me in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was almost... It almost just gave me a stepping stone. Do you know what I mean?
It's mad when you say Wretch 2 was your first video, because like a lot of your people's first video is my man off Instagram or my man off Facebook or MySpace them days. Because that was MySpace days, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how did the link come between you and Rap City? Like, because remember, Rap City was really like Rap City. If you didn't have a Rap City video, bro, I ain't trying to watch you. Like,
so what happened basically? I basically, MySpace, was it MySpace? Facebook days, I used to talk to Steve that ran Rap City, and I used to speak to, well, my relationship was more with Steve at first, because remember, Steve and Jay that ran Rap City
shout
together.
out Steve and Jay, Rap City.
Yeah, old school, big them up, man. Basically, before Rap City, they had something called Lockdown Records.
That's it. Listen, LD Records.
Yeah, LD Records. So they used to upload videos onto Lockdown Records. What's nuts, they used to shoot a lot of Hackney artists. And they used to like a lot of upcoming Hackney artists.
Yeah, because they're from East, isn't it?
They're from East, yeah. So they done a lot of Hackney artists, and they done a lot of South London artists. So when I started linking them, I think what happened, they moved next door to Posty somewhere in East.
East, yeah.
So they moved next door to Posty. I used to talk to Steve on Facebook. We ended up meeting up one day. He brought me over to his house because he wanted to show me the edits and all of that. We were just chilling, whatever. And then that's when I met Posty, because Posty obviously lived next door to them. So they was on some... This is when GRM just first started.
Right,
not even GRM, GRM Daily.
No. This was GRM Daily.
GRM Daily, yeah. That's when GRM Daily started. So basically, I think they was just helping Posty build up content for his channel.
Yeah.
So these... Like, I'm still learning about the game. So even by this stage now, where I done the Retro video, I didn't charge Retro or these guys to do it. I just done it for free. I didn't even know that man could make money from videos. Like, imagine that. When I first started this, I didn't know you could make money. Like, I didn't even know you could say to a man, oh yeah, like...
Give me a little £150.
Yeah.
Because them days, them days, a bill 50 was a lot of money.
Yeah. So, man was on a thing where man was just trying to build man's channel or build man's name, and then just shoot. Do you get me? And just get in that habit of shooting. So obviously what's happened now, I've clocked, man can charge artists a little change and rah. So I was like, okay. So it kind of motivated me a bit more. And I thought to myself, okay, Posty's had this camcorder. He gave me the camcorder once. He was like, yeah, mate, like, just shoot some freestyles for the channel. It's so nuts, man. Got to the stage where I had the GRM Daily website or the GRM Daily YouTube channel access to upload people's videos on there.
Do you know what? It's mad. I think we both been there, because Posty gave that to me a couple of times still back in the day. Shout out Posty. Yeah. You're a legend, I'm telling you.
They got Posty, man. So he gave me access to GRM. So yeah, it was just almost like met Rap City, who was Lockdown Records. They was doing they was working with Posty, helping them out on the Posty venture. Then what's happened is I think they thought to themselves, all right, GRM Daily's getting bigger now. What are we actually doing? Because maybe they was thinking we're building Posty's platform. Maybe they thought, they just want to build, I don't know. but Rap City come along. And I remember the day that they come up with the name Rap City. Like literally I was with them in the car and then it was just like, yeah, what do you think? Rap City? I was like, yeah, boom, it's gonna go mad. And yeah, and then Rap City started. What, do you want me to keep going?
Keep going, bro.
So basically Rap City started now. So when Rap City started, I was like, it was more like, yeah, like, it was less freestyles. It was more music videos. So with Man, it was like, I could really spread my wings and fly. Do you get it? It wasn't just like, oh, one day you're doing a freestyle for a GRM or lockdown. One day you're doing the music. This was just straight music videos. Rap City popped off quite quick though.
Because you lot was from hood to hood.
Yeah, I think these times Link Up TV was just first coming up as well. So like, there was almost that like semi-competition.
Everyone's pushing for the top spot, innit? Yeah.
And Rap City, but I feel like at one point when Rap City first started, Rap City kind of had the streets in it, in a sense where Link Up was doing industry stuff in terms of like behind the scenes, video shoots, all that. But Rap City was actually in the streets because you got to remember, there's a point in this industry where the industry is today. Back then, it was just in the streets.
Yeah,
like it was none. It wasn't like it was none of this stuff going on. Basically, it was just all in the streets.
Yeah,
no one had money. Not like in a sense where music money. No one had music money. Directors, artists, producers, whatever it was. It wasn't
just trying to do a thing.
There wasn't. Do you know what I mean? There weren't no big deals on the table. Nothing going on for anyone. So Rap City had the streets. So then, yeah, man was just working with Rap City for a bit. Do you know what I mean? And at the same time, I felt like, yeah, big up Rap City, like, because at the same time, I've always had a quite large network in a sense where like I've always known people from North, East, South, West as a youth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. So when I come in with Rap City, I almost was bringing things to the table as well, because I was almost giving them like, oh yeah, I know a man in Tottenham and I know a man in West London, or I know a man in this end. So it was like, Rap City actually knew a lot of people, but I also brought something to the table.
Yeah.
So,
because them days you couldn't just go to any man's hood and shoot, because remember, it was Rap City, UK Overstood. I need to find out where they are, because I actually need to get them on one day. You get me?
UK Overstood's a pioneer as well.
UK Overstood, Streets Incarcerated.
Know what
I mean? So it wasn't just the GRM Dailies, because remember, GRM Daily, Link Up TV, SBTV, yeah, shout them all out. But they were designer them days.
Yeah. Right.
And they've kept it for all the
and
generations.
then you have the other nuts, like Media Massacre and some like
Street Stars TV.
Yeah.
You get me?
Swift Turk and you know what I'm trying to say?
So that's what I'm saying. Like those but so you had to be a certain man, because certain man won't go into certain ends.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's where Rap City kind of bust, man, innit? Because they used to just bring man to Peckham, like Yellow Brick Peckham. Yeah, we're shooting a video like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like 16, 17. I'm sitting in the car like, hold on, this is bookie. Like, wow, what's going on? Like, do you get me? But after a while, man you start adapting to it. And then man's like get to shoots and just jump out. And certain times, man felt like a bit of a beg. Like, man would just jump out the car and start chatting to a man or...
Yeah.
But it was like, that's how man just started.
But you're the cameraman.
Facts. 100.
But have you known that, because we were just saying off camera, that you've actually, from then you built your name? Because like I said, when I first met you, I was like, wow, that's toxic. Because remember, I came in the game a little just after you. So have you always known that you've been able to maintain your relevance from when you were young? Because I remember when I came up, I was like, wow, that's toxic. Like, have you known that your strength within the industry from then until now?
Do you want me to be honest? Nah. Because it's like, it's been so much of a push, and there's been so many highs, like super highs, and there's been so many super lows. So it's like even to only a couple years ago, like, man would get pissed, like, if I just see like a next cameraman working with a man that I regularly shoot, or a man that's You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
do you actually let that stuff get to you? Like a man will shoot with you, yeah,
no,
and then they'll
I'll tell
go.
you what will hurt me is like when I see like a man, I'll shoot like 5 videos for a man, and then you just go off, and then one's different, like, and I just think, oh shit, like you fucked up a kind of
Your relationship,
not a relationship, more of a like
your flow.
a little I don't even know what to call it. A little consistency
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
tally, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, like I think I've only just started noticing, and I'll be honest with you, like maybe in the past year and a bit, is that man can't take things too personal, bro, in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it? It's like, with a man like me, where I've been in this for so long, I feel attached to the game sometimes, like emotionally attached. Because, like, for the past 10, like over 10 years, man's consistently, like, there's not a month gone past where man ain't done nothing to do with this stuff. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it was like, yeah, like at times, man's getting mad emotional or things ain't going the way you want. And do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, now I'm learning, it's the game.
Yeah,
Like, literally, like a PlayStation game.
but you
You're
did
either in it to win it or you're in it to lose it. And it's like, if man want to win, man can't let little things just
get to you.
get to man and get man emotional and throw man off. And do you know what I'm saying? It's like, man's just got to keep on like focusing on what's next and what's after the next. And you know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't know that until you get into that position. And like I said, you're getting mad and you're getting emotional with it, yeah? And you said you had super lows and you've had super highs. But before you got to where you are now and you was in the hood, like what super lows did you have shooting videos in the hood and trying to get out of that section to be where you are now? Because the trenches are the trenches, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cameraman or not, like, you get put in certain situations.
It's true still. It's true.
Because there must have been a turning point. Something happened. You're like, do you know what? Nah, I'm not doing this no more. Everything has to be proper.
I think what happened is, and I always say this to a lot of people, a big turning point in my career is when, and I got big up B-Dot on this one. I was at my mum's house, chilling. B-Dot's rang me, Tox, I'm shooting a gigs video. I said, yeah, cool, what's happening? Like, what's up? Come help me. It's a big tune, boom, 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 boom. So you know me, I'm just a man, I'll just get up and go. So I've gone to the shoot, I was shooting Whipping Excursion. And B-Dot was there. B-Dot said, yeah, Tox, like, help man out, boom, boom, boom. So I was like, cool. Gigs has all come over, like, yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's happy, man's on board, bro. So I feel like we shot Whipping Excursion. I feel like after Whipping Excursion, it kind of showed people that I'm just not just that guy that has to shoot cars and girls and the man them on the block, but I can actually do something that's creative, bit more like not necessarily mainstream, but a bit more like user-friendly, universally. Do you know what I'm saying? Instead of just like the man them bellied up and looking all scary. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the turning point for me. I feel like after that, I started working with Fredo a lot. Fredo was just coming up. Obviously, I'm from the same area as Fredo. So the chemistry and the relationship straight away made sense.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Cameraman, rapper, same area. Was working with Fred for a bit. Well, not even for a bit.
You're still doing it now, yeah.
Was working with Fred. And I feel like that kind of almost elevated me as well, because he was elevating as well in his career, and I was part of it at such an early stage as well. I feel like the elevation of just being trusted to actually deliver bigger pieces of work or for bigger artists was more like man's opportunity to kind of say, all right, cool, like it's not just, man's not just filming Mashtown in London Fields, or man's not just filming PYG in Peckham, or like, do you know what I'm like? I can actually, we can do like, and I say in them days, I wouldn't call it production, but I'd call it production in a sense where, do you know what I'm saying?
Because Rap City, to go back to Rap City stopped.
Say.
No, because Rap City stopped and then you kind of just found your way.
Yeah. So what happened is Rap City lost their channel. So when Rap City lost their channel, I think they was a bit disheartened by it, innit? To be honest, because they did put a lot of work into that channel. So when they lost the channel, it was like, yeah, what are they doing next? So they was more on a, do you know what, like, let's have a breather kind of thing. I think they was just trying to like, just take time out of the game because they was just moving, like, they was grinding so hard for Rap City that they deserved to kind of take a break for a bit. But I think what happened is while they was taking a break,
The game elevated.
the game was elevating at the same time very quick. And I was still like on my shit, do you know what I'm saying? So I thought, when it got to this point, I was like, do you know what? No disrespect to Rap City, but it was more like, we've built this, I'm building this platform with you guys together. We're building this platform together, but the platform's just disappeared out of thin air. So it's like, do you know what? I want to build myself. So I went to that mode. I went in like, all right, I just want to build myself. So I had my channel, Toxic TV, which I kind of
I remember.
abandoned for a bit while I was doing the Rap City stuff. So I was like, all right, do you know what? Cool. Let's jump back on the Toxic TV stuff and start uploading on my channel and just showing consistency, basically. Do you know what I mean? So,
But even that point, your channel was actually started to buzz as well.
yeah,
Them
my
days.
channel, it had I wouldn't say a buzz, but it was almost like Pac-Man TV's channel. It was almost on that level, like, oh yeah, a man would go shoot a Pac-Man TV or a man would go shoot a Toxic TV. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then I think Link Up was coming now. So then I started clocking that maybe Rap City was just like proper disheartened by like
Everyone coming through.
the video. Like, no, I think there was more just disheartened that they lost their channel and all of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? When you lose like 600-700 videos or whatever it was, it's like coming back, what, to rebuild that again?
It's long.
Like,
Long.
so I feel like when that started happening, I started building relationships with like Joey and Rashid and started doing like, not necessarily forgetting about Toxic, but uploading on Toxic, but uploading on Link Up TV as well. Do you know what I mean? Just almost like
Spreading your wings.
spreading my wings. So, yeah. And then after Link Up TV, after that kind of phase panned out, I think, not panned out, but I think what happened, Link Up was on top of their game with the music videos.
Yes. I remember.
And then GRM was at a stage at one point where things weren't really, not that things weren't really going on, but their upload rate wasn't on Link Up's wave.
Because remember, Link Up TV were directors, Posty was outsourcing.
Yes.
'Cause we've all been outsourced. You've been outsourced by Posty. I've been outsourced by Posty.
Fact.
Posty was outsourcing. You get me? But that was his motto. That's how we were doing it.
Yeah, that was his module.
But
innit?
where Rashid and Ade were shooters.
They were shooting.
And
They
they were-
had Caleb on their team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They were,
Like,
and they were active.
yeah, they were active still.
You know what I mean? But relationships.
Relationship.
How important would you say, because you were just saying like with the Rashid and all that stuff, building relationships,
Yeah.
how important is building relationships being to your career?
All right, relationships is key to man, to be honest with you. I feel like in this game, if you ain't got if you ain't got like close relationships or close ties with people, like, it's just, I feel like you're just a bit more of just like a service. I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel like you're just like, hello, come do the work, goodbye. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Where in a sense where, like, over the years, I've built relationships. I've been building relationships from Mashtown days, Hypo, J Spades, Margs, Tricky. Like, they were one of the first people I started building a relationship with in the game. Sneak Bowl, moved on to Sneak Bowl. Gigs. Like, there's so many people, obviously, over the years I've made relationships with, but I feel like this is something, obviously, I'd say to the young youths, yeah, or people that are coming up trying to get into directing and stuff. I don't wait for a record label to contact me to get a budget for a music video.
Say that again.
Do you get it? Like,
Say no, you have to tell him again.
yeah. No, I don't wait for no record label nowhere to contact me, to wait for me to get to work. My thing's all relationship based. So more time, it's the artist ringing me saying, yo, Tox, I want to shoot a video. I'm going to pattern you up loop you in with the label. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how
That's the best way, because I feel like we've all tried to do that. Let me hit the label, they hit the A&R and you get aired. But when you've got that relationship with the artist, bro, you're winning.
Yeah, you're winning still. It's not even necessarily winning as well. It's like, I feel like you come out with a better outcome. I feel like when a record label shouts you, they email you, they send you a brief, you do a treatment, you go back and forth. I feel like there's no like chemistry involved. So it's like almost like you're just working for another corporate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you're an individual and you're up against a corporate, it's like, not necessarily overwhelming, but it's like there's loads of things that could just not make a project push forward. But when you're speaking to an artist, for example, and you're doing a treatment for an artist, and artist's like, oh yeah, I got this song, I want to do a video, oh yeah, here's a treatment. Oh yeah, I like that, Tox. Oh, can we change this up? Oh, Tox, can we switch that up? It's like, yeah, how did you feel when you made this song? What is this song about? Me and the artist might be speaking about what's going on in their life, or me and the artist might be speaking about, conversation, just having a conversation.
Because then that helps you build the creativity.
It lets you build the creativity. Then a record label just saying, here's an MP3, mate. Here's the budget. Here's how we roughly want it to be. Deliver a treatment. So I'd say to the young, not just the young, but other directors coming up, build relationships with artists or other creatives, because that get your foot in the door more easier than just dealing with someone that's got a 9 to 5 and a monthly wage. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So, look, I'm not discrediting the labels, but I just, that's how it's worked for you. And for me, build relationships and that's it.
That's the kind of information that I feel is very important, because I always say this on Director's Cut. There's a young person that want to be like me. There's a young person that want to be like you that's watching this, and just a bit of information that you gave could change their life. Or might not even change their life, but change their way of thinking. And if you can change your way of thinking in this music industry, especially as a creative, no matter if you're a director, photographer, graphic designer, whatever you're in creative, if you can change your way of thinking, you're to the bag. Yeah, you're gone. One thing I say is, as directors, I feel like we're the best A&Rs.
Facts.
I feel like we are, and like I said, no discredit to the A&Rs, because they do an amazing job, but I feel like we have the ear before they have the ear.
Facts.
Because how many viral videos that you will shoot, or videos that you shoot that's gone viral, but you knew this song was going to go viral? Because I've done a couple videos, I'm like, yo, this song's going to go off. And sometimes the rapper's like, yo, no, you sure? No, I was like, this is going to go off. Like,
you know it.
Yeah.
You know when it's coming.
How many times have you had your A&R moment? Because you've been at, like I said, generations.
Yeah, facts. No, definitely. A lot of artists I work with closely, do you know what I'm saying? Not in a sense where I like to personally A&R their stuff, but like, I listen to their tune, and I'm quite an honest person. So if I don't like a song, like let's say for instance, I'm working with someone like Clavish, and I don't like a certain tune or whatever, I'll be like, nah, that one's meaty, man. I don't really like it, bro. It's not for me. I don't think they're gonna. And when I say it's not for me, I always talk in a sense where it's like, it's not for the masses. Like, I move like a fan in a sense, like, and I picture things from a fan perspective, and I'm like, nah, we don't want that from you right now. We want this one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
And they feel like the artists, they appreciate the honesty, because you're not moving like a fan to them.
Facts.
But you're being honest.
You're not on a yes man thing. Oh yeah, that one's hard. Yeah, that's hard.
Just because you know that video's gonna do 1 million views.
Yeah.
No matter what song you choose of them, you know it's gonna do 1 million, but it's like, no, I want to do something that's gonna stick with my name on it.
Yeah.
Like, even coming towards the Clavish, like, how did the Clavish connection start? Because I thought that's the connection really that.
Yeah, it's greatness still.
It's there. Everything's just fire. Everything just gold. And every time you touch something.
It's nuts, yeah, because I don't really see Clav. Clav's like, I call him little bro, big bro, because I don't really like to little bro people, you get me? But Clav is like little bro, big bro in a sense where like his journey so far, and I feel like he's still got so much further to go, but I feel like his journey so far is inspiring for other artists that are coming up, because it simply shows the formula of just working hard and consistency together will just take you exactly where you need to go in life. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Not even just in music, but in life. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I first met Clav. It's funny because the first time I met Clav, his record label reached out to me and was like, yeah, and they sent me the tune. It was Fashion Week. And I was like, hey, this guy's hard. Like I was shocked, like, at how they weren't not necessarily taking him in, but it was like I was shocked at where he was. And I was like, no, this guy's next. Like I knew it from when I met him, like the swag, everything. So yeah, I met Clav, Fashion Week. He turned up 3 hours late to a shoot. Yeah, typical. Turned up 3 hours late. We shot Fashion Week. I delivered it like a week later. Yeah, it went well. Then we worked on the next one. Then we ended up working on the next one. Then before you know it, I got Clav and his manager at my ass, and we're listening to the whole catalogue, and we're deciding what's next, or show me his plans. And yeah, it's nice. I like being part of the journey on the beginning stages.
Yeah,
like, just before life's about to change for the artist. I like being...
Because when their life changes, your life changes with them.
Facts. Your life changes with them, and you get, you know what I mean? It's new experiences, isn't it? It's like, yeah, this is a new chapter for the book. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do you ever sometimes sit there and be like, I've not like I've made it, yeah? Because I feel like you're very humble in it, but it's like, yo, I've really done a lot of shit.
Do you know what's nuts? I kind of discredit myself a lot, I'll be honest with you. In a sense where, not like I'm forcefully humble or forcefully, but it's like, when you're that person in the driver's seat, you don't notice what you're impacting outside of the driver's seat, because more time you don't. It's like when you're driving a car and you're driving it fast, when you look out the window, you don't want to look out the window. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're moving so fast, so you ain't got time to see what's going on here. Or so it's like man's just been going and going and going, literally. So it's like, yeah, times I do sit down at like 2 a.m. and I'm watching videos that I shot 10 years ago, and I'm like listening to some old school song, and I'm listening, right, like the beat sounds so much like obviously, like, not in a rude way, but production levels back then sounded completely
different
shit
to
what it sounds now. So it's like, I do have almost them reminiscent times, but to me, like, I still feel like I've got a lot to do. I feel like me personally in my journey, I look at it sometimes and like, I feel like I'm 5 years behind. I feel like what I'm doing now should have been doing 5 years ago. Do you get me? And that's something that more time keeps me humble by force, not by like, oh, I'm just humble and, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? It's more like I'm forced to be humble because I just feel like I'm just not where I want to be yet. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's crazy you say that, because it's like, you look at yourself like that, and I was saying to you off camera, like, other people won't look at you like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, I've known you for so long. You feel me? So I see your journey. So I'm like, yo, Toxic he's going. He's not stopping. But then there's a young kid that's looking at you like, yo, I need to get with Toxic. They're looking at you like they look at their favorite rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which isn't a bad thing, but sometimes it's good to just take it in and like, not like I'm that guy, but it's like, yo, I've really been on top of my game for so many years. Like, I always feel, that's why I feel it's very important for me to give directors their flowers, because
I appreciate it, man.
not everyone sees what they do. But I look at, see, like, things like your work and all the other directors, I look at it as a fan perspective. I'm like, yeah, that's hard.
No.
You might do something like, yo, how come I didn't think of that?
Yeah.
You feel me? Or, yo, now, how did he think of that? Where did he get that idea from? You know what I mean? So it's always good for you to actually get told now and again, like, yo, I've really been doing it for so many years and I've stayed on top of my game.
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you draw your inspiration from for videos? Because not everything's just cars, girls, lifestyle. Like, where do you actually draw your inspiration from?
Because it's nuts, yeah. Because a lot of people, well, a lot of other directors I speak to, they get their inspiration from films and stuff. But I'm a man, I don't really enjoy films. Like, I'm a bit ADHD, so I'm like, I can't sit down for a whole 2 hours and watch a film. I can, but it's like, it's not something that I can frequently do all the time. So more time, inspiration is nuts, because like sometimes I'll watch other videos, but I'll watch videos that are done like in like Brazil, or videos that are done in Germany, or videos done in Sweden. I'll try and watch videos that are away from UK, but then at the same time, and look, a lot of directors might not admit this, yeah, but see me, I come here to talk facts in it, yeah. I'd watch a lot of other, I wouldn't say competitors, but I'd say other, what's the word that I'm going to say? Basically the other directors, you know what I'm saying? Our other fellow UK directors, do you know what I'm saying?
Peers.
Yeah, peers, you know what I mean?
I was all trying to think of the word
I was going to say peers, but I was like, are we brethrens or like, but I don't know, yeah.
Associates then,
Yeah,
innit?
so yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I watch like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, even like Rap City days, like when Rap City was, sorry, I'm going back a bit, but
No,
even
go
when
back.
Rap City was like, when I was on board with Rap City and El Mino was coming through.
Shout out El
you know what I'm
Mino.
saying?
Legendary. Like,
Legendary cameraman. And I was like, his visuals are mad. Like, my man used to do the mad focus thing and take the focus out and rip it back in. And he's got the mad 200mm lens. And just be like, this guy's moving mad. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
and listen, he was focused, you know. Listen, when El Mino's got that camera in his hand,
yeah,
he's
focused.
He's
He had
not
the
trying
mad
to chat
rig,
to
he
you.
had the cowboy rig.
Bro.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, so inspiration, other countries, other UK directors, and then yeah, just always try to see how a man can. My main thing is always making the artist happy, and then after making the fans happy. But you've always got to make the artist happy first, innit? Because it's like, do you know what I mean?
Like now, you've got to that point where you outsource a lot of your stuff. Like,
Yeah.
where did that change come from having the, was it 550D to the 5D Mark II to the 7D
It's nuts.
to the A7S2? Now I'm seeing you with the Aries and the Reds. Like, take me through that transition from the 5D all the way to the Aries. Because when you was using the 5D, I know you wasn't seeing yourself with the Aries or thinking, yo.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's actually nuts, yeah, because when I use an Arri now, it's almost like I'm just using an A7S. But then, before I use the Arri, I'd look at that camera and I'd be like, what's all these wires and all of this matte box and what's all of these things, like, what's going on here? Like, I'll be thinking, I couldn't, do you know what I mean? But now, because I use it so much, I understand it. Like, where all the little cables, what's for what, and you know what I'm trying to say. But the transition, to be honest with you, I think I've always wanted to use big cameras and big equipment. But I just feel like the game wasn't there yet, innit? And I wasn't there yet. I felt like when I had the chance or I was in the position to run with it and really get my hands on Aries on anything I could, I kind of just slept on the handhelds, and I said to myself, do you know what? I don't want to push people to think I'm only capable of shooting on a handheld. I want to show people, yo, it's Ari and big lights and crew. And also as well, when you're working with a lot of, not necessarily hood artists, but yeah, hood artists, you want them to feel like,
royalty.
man's having a big video shoot going on. Like, this ain't no little handhelds. Like,
yeah.
This is like, yo, camera crew, yo, first, yo.
Yeah, my thing's different.
Yeah.
My thing's
So
different.
I almost wanted them to have that experience as well and start feeling like a little bit more special in front of the camera as well. So it was like,
But how do you explain it to the artists? Because some artists, when it comes to budgets, so see the budget for an A7S video and a budget for an Ari video,
two different
budgets. So if you're telling them, man, yeah, I can do it for this much, but oh, you can get the Ari for this much, like not everyone understands that. Like, how do you break it to them?
How would I break it down to them? Well, put it like this. I feel like we're in that day and age nowadays, yeah, where investing in yourself is probably the most important thing you can do, innit? So, look, everyone's got not everyone's got the funds in it or the backing to cover for an Ari shoot. Do you know what I mean? Or a big crew or production. But if you have, I'd say, look, like quality, it's like it matters. Do you know what I mean? You're shooting a music video, like you want to have good visuals, like you want your fans or whoever is viewing it to like feel like, wow, what's this? Or you want like, do you know what I mean? So it's like when you're using the lower production cameras, you're only gonna get lower production results. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So it's like I tell people, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for in this day and age. So it's like there's nothing wrong with it. Like this is the way I'd put it in a comparison. Like it's like having Air Forces and then like having a pair of Louis Vuittons or Dior's on. Do you get it?
Do you know it's the same
Your
analogy?
white Air Force.
It's the same analogy I use to people. I say, listen, you can either go to Primark, you can go to H&M, yeah? You can come to us, it's Gucci, Louis Vuitton.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you could be LV, I could be Gucci, he could be Dior. Like, what do you want to sport?
Yeah.
You get me? So it's depending on what you want to spend.
100. So it's like, just put it like this. A man wearing white Air Forces, they're still clean and hard. But put the Dior's on or put the Louis Vuittons on and yeah, he's flexing. But there's nothing wrong with the both, but it's just you get what you pay for. Do you get what I'm saying? So in terms of production, I just feel like if the artist has got the money or the budget there, spend it. Because it's only an investment to you.
Yeah.
But if you know what I mean? If you're on low budget or you're just trying to push your brand or whatever, yeah, just use an A7S and work your way up. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, I felt like as well, another thing that kind of just put me off the smaller cameras was a man would be shooting and man would be like, oh yeah, take a photo of me, or a man would be like, yeah, take a photo, or man would be like, can you send me that clip? Or, can you send me like there might be some behind the scenes stuff that I've captured just on a, do you know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, can you send that to me? And then I just started feeling like, man would ring me like, oh yeah, talk to me, what to? Do you want to come to the show? And yeah, like bring your camera. And it was just like, I started feeling like I'm stepping my foot into more videographer world and actually running with it instead of actually trying to be a director.
And that's where you came. You came from the videographer world.
And I come from the videographer world, which is nuts. But it's like, you know what I'm saying?
A man be like, yo, but I got Tots coming to film it though. So it's like going back to perception.
Yeah,
I got Tots coming to film it though. So it's like people want to feel that they got that designer coming to their shows filming.
Yeah.
So that's why. So you saying you had to change your whole structure.
I said we had to change the structure. But do you know what's nuts, yeah? And I don't want to contradict myself here, but these smaller cameras nowadays, you still can achieve a lot on it.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
We were talking about the FX3.
Do you know what I'm saying? Sick camera, you can
even
achieve
FX30.
a lot. FX30, FX6, all that. You can achieve a lot on these cameras. Black Magic. Do you know what I mean? But me personally, I just feel like I'm at that stage now where my visions becomes more achievable on an Ari.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Because you're at that stage where you know what Ari's going to give you.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Traveling. Recently, I saw you in Jamaica, Popcorn.
Yes.
Another good relationship that you have.
Yes.
Like, it's like a two-part question. How important is traveling visually for you? And do you remember your first video abroad and you was like, raw, they want me in this country? with my camera, and I'm getting paid, and my flight's paid.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I'm taking
Traveling.
you back now, innit?
You know what's nuts? I've traveled so much doing shoots. I think I've done more shoots abroad than I've gone on holidays. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's nuts. And it's nuts because when I go on holiday now, I don't enjoy my holidays.
Because you're not shooting.
Because I like everything moving at 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So when I get on holiday and I'm just chilling and I'm just like, nah, man, I just want to go and recce and I want something to go wrong, and then man's just running around trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, holidays, I don't know. I like traveling. I don't know. I'm typical light skin, man. You might as well say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I like traveling, but then at the same time, I don't. Because when I go shoot a video, I literally want to stay for the period of time that it's going to take to shoot and go. That's all I want to do. I don't want to 2 extra days and 3 extra days and let's chill by the beach and nah. I literally want to fly in, shoot or recce the next day, shoot, leave. Like, that's how I like it. I don't like overstaying, if you get what I mean. I like to.
Do you remember your first video abroad though?
Yeah, first video abroad, could do, I don't know. Might have been like a meaty little like Amsterdam or something. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think, do you know what's nuts? I went to Amsterdam with Timbo, Mitch, STP. I don't know if these lot remember. Old school. Yeah, that's so shallow.
Yeah, come on.
Judger Anti. Yeah, I went with them, man, back here in 2011, 2012. Man, I went Amsterdam. And this is like the first time man's kind of going away for a shoot. So I didn't know how to prep properly. So I must have brought all my camera gear in a big suitcase. And then I must have brought bare clothes with me. These times I go to Amsterdam, you know. So I'm bringing a suitcase like man's going to Dubai. So I remember that first time, yeah. And then I was like, got back, I was like, what you doing? Like, but yeah, that was a good shoot. I think when the next shoot I went, Style OG took me to Jamaica. I think I must have been like 20, 21, I was young. It was nuts, like, come off the plane. Like, he took me straight to a rave. Like, man's suitcases in the car and that. Like, man's come from the airport to a rave. Man's in the rave. Like, you know, like, in Jamaican culture, like, when there's like a good song playing or whatever.
And pulling it up 10 times.
They pull it up, they might like beat 2 shots in the air. Like, do you get me? So I've gone there, I'm getting 2 shots in the air. I'm like, bro, what's going on in here? Like, do you get me? Like, what type of, and just come out the airport, yo, like, what's going on? So I remember, yeah, Stylo brought me to Jamaica. Very good experience.
That's the one thing about our jobs. We get to experience things that we wouldn't have experienced.
Yeah.
Like, we've got so many stories we can come and tell our normal, when I say normal friends, like, you know what I mean? Our friends that ain't in the industry, because we all got friends that ain't in the industry. And now we'll be like, yo, I went to Jamaica, I went to the rave and they just beat off 2. You know what I mean? So,
it's like, it's exciting, but at the same time, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's something I always like to ask on Director's Cut. I feel like it's very, very, very important because we've been through this journey and we've made mistakes, we've had wins and we've had losses. But what advice would you give to your younger self?
Socialize a bit more and network a bit more. Don't be shy. Don't be scared to ask anyone for anything. Like, just be as confident as possible. Another advice I give to my younger self, don't be cheeky. I was a bit of a cheeky one when I was little. So, as growing up, I don't know. Maybe just comes with maturity, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd say younger self, to myself, I'd say, yeah, man, just be a little bit more confident, network, be out and about a little bit more, have fun. Furthermore, have fun. That's another thing. Because I'm a person, I'm very serious sometimes in a sense where even while working, everything I'm doing, I just take it over serious sometimes. When it's just like, do you know what I mean? Just let your hair down sometimes and just enjoy the ride, innit? Enjoy the journey, innit? The bad times, the good times, just enjoy it. Especially the bad times. Because when things are good, you look back at the bad times and you think, you know what? I should have enjoyed that struggle a bit more. Embrace the struggle, embrace the pain, and just plow through it till you win.
Nah, Tox, I really appreciate you coming. I feel like we can keep going.
Yeah, I know, it's nuts.
Because your journey has been crazy. And it's sick to see. It's sick, like, just looking on the outside, a new video comes, Slim.
Yeah.
Recently, just on Slim or Fredo or DBE or M24, and it's like Toxic TV. I was like, he's hitting again. And we got the group and we're like, yo, Toxic done it again. You know, you seen it? Because everyone waits for the Thursdays. Everyone waits for GRM Daily on Thursdays. The premieres, like, you're still going. And I wanna just give you your flowers, bro.
No, it's a blessing from God, man.
And
You know what I mean?
just keep going, keep killing them, keep hitting them with the mad videos all the time, and just keep leveling.
No, I appreciate it, man.
I'm Flash Johnson. This is episode 3 of Director's Cut. Until next time. I hope you enjoyed that episode of Director's Cut. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.